Okay, I want you to imagine an ambition so huge, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. Imagine wanting to help every single conscious being, not just on Earth, but across the entire universe, achieve ultimate peace. Not just your friends, not just your country, but literally everyone and everything, forever. How in the world could anyone even begin to tackle a goal that big? What tool could possibly be powerful enough?
Well, the answer is a total paradox. What if the key to having that kind of cosmic impact wasn't about getting more power, or more wealth, or even more wisdom for yourself, but the complete opposite? What if the most powerful force in the universe is unlocked when you give it all away?
And that brings us to this amazing concept called huixiang. You can translate it as the dedication of merit. The idea is both incredibly simple and, honestly, revolutionary. Any good you do, any positive energy, any merit you create from your actions, you don't keep it. Instead, you consciously turn it around and dedicate it. You transfer it for the benefit and enlightenment of all other beings. This is the Bodhisattva's ultimate tool.
So, what does this dedication actually look like, in practice? The texts give us a couple of different angles to really get it. First, let's look at the what, the sheer mind-boggling scale of the act of giving itself. This comes from the seventh dedication, which is called equal adherence to all beings. The texts describe a generosity that's just, it's almost beyond what we can comprehend. It's not just about giving away stuff, even on a crazy scale like filling infinite worlds with treasure. It goes so much further. The vow is to offer your own head, your own eyes, your own blood, flesh, and bones. And not just one time, but over and over, for countless eons, for every single being, with absolutely no exceptions.
But why? What could possibly be the motivation for something so extreme? The text is crystal clear on this. It's not for fame, it's not for a reward or a better rebirth. The Bodhisattva does this for one reason, and one reason only: pure compassion. The single goal is to help every other being reach a state of ultimate wisdom. That's it.
So you see this incredible split, right? On one side, you've got the action, giving on a scale we can barely imagine. But on the other, you have the mindset, a total letting go of any expectation of getting anything back. Not a thank you, not a reward, nothing. And that mental state is every bit as important as the act itself. Which of course brings us to the how.
I mean, let's be real. You can't perform that kind of radical generosity without a very, very specific state of mind. And that's exactly what's laid out in the ninth dedication, which is called Unattached, Unbound Liberation. This is all about the inner engine that makes the outer action possible.
The absolute core of this whole thing is captured in these four characters. It means, quite literally, unattached and unbound. Just think about that for a second. A mind without chains. A mind with nothing holding it back. That's the key.
So what does it even mean to have an unattached, unbound mind? Well, the texts describe it as this state of total freedom, where all the usual boundaries we create just dissolve. It's a mind that stops seeing a difference between me and you, between the giver and the receiver. That whole transactional way we look at the world, cause and effect, action and reward, it all just falls away. Okay, so we've got selfless action on a cosmic scale, and it's powered by a completely liberated mind. What happens when you put those two together? What's the result? The so what? Well, this is where things get really fascinating. The sutra describes the abilities that pop up from this state, not like some kind of magic trick, but more like beautiful, poetic expressions of a mind that has gone beyond all of our normal limits. And the way this new perspective is shown is just brilliant. The text says that with this mind, one can fit all the worlds of the cosmos into a single pore of their skin. Now, obviously, this isn't a physics lesson. It's about perception. It's a viewpoint where the infinitely massive and the infinitesimally tiny are no longer separate. Scale itself just becomes meaningless.
And that state of consciousness just keeps expanding. Next, it says you can perceive the thoughts of all beings in a single instant. Think about that. That's a state of perfect, immediate empathy. A complete and total understanding of what's going on inside every other living thing, all at once.
And the abilities keep unfolding. With this mind, you can speak all languages and teach all truths with just a single voice. This is pointing to a kind of perfect communication, the ability to compassionately give every single being exactly what they need to hear in the exact way they can understand it.
And this one might be the most powerful of all. This mindset lets you experience countless eons inside of a single moment, and a single moment as if it were countless eons. This is talking about a complete transcendence of time as we know it, where past, present, and future are all just one fluid reality.
So that's the formula, isn't it? It's the powerful equation at the heart of all this. It's not just the external act of giving, and it's not just the internal state of non-attachment. It's the two fused together. That combination of completely selfless action and a totally liberated mind, that's what creates this profound, almost gravitational force for good in the universe.
Now look, fitting universes into a pore of your skin, that's a cosmic ideal. It feels very far away from our day-to-day lives. But the principle behind it leaves us with a really powerful question. If that's the kind of power that comes from letting go of everything, what could we change right here in our own world by learning to let go of just one thing? One grudge, one expectation, one attachment? What kind of power would that unlock for us?